Today's video, I'm going to show you how to change the oil in your own car. And welcome to Starter Garage, where the goal is to get you informed so you can get your project rolling. For my first video, this is my first video, I decided that I should probably tackle one of the questions I'm asked most often. How do I change my own oil? For some people it seems pretty intimidating, but honestly it's one of the easiest jobs you can learn to do yourself. And you know, you get that sense of accomplishment of actually doing something yourself. This should be a quick and easy thing to do. The car's been cooling off for a couple of minutes now. I should be able to drain the oil, get everything buttoned back up fairly quickly, so we'll see how it goes. So what exactly do you need to get this job done? Well, obviously you need oil. I'm going to be using this Castrol Edge Extended Performance. To be honest, this is the first time I use it. I'm normally a Castrol Edge guy in my road car, my E36 series, but this stuff was on sale. You know, it's supposed to be good for 24,000 kilometers, and given that this is my dad's car and he doesn't, you know, always follow the recommended mileage, I may put this in. Dad, I'm sorry. I'll probably edit that out. No, I won't. So, oil, check. Oil filter, definitely need that. You know, we need something to process all the dirt and grime and crap that's in your engine. So, get that. To get to that, you're going to need an oil filter wrench. Socket wrench to get the drain plug out of your oil pan. Gloves to keep you as clean as possible. Spoiler alert, you're still going to get dirty. That's why you have paper towels. I love these Blue Shop paper towels. These things are a godsend. Buy these. You will not be sorry. And then just, you know, safety precaution. Protective eyewear. Can't go wrong with protective eyewear. You never know what's going to drip off the bottom of your engine and get in your face. One other thing you should get, or one other thing that helps, I shouldn't say you should get it because you can do an oil change without them, is some quick ramps. I don't really know why I said quick ramps. They're just ramps. They're relatively inexpensive, and you know what? I use them for just about everything I can think of. Anyway, so this is what I'm talking about. Alright, you just drive your car up on some ramps. You don't have to worry about jacking the car up. You don't have to worry about jack stands. You still need to chock your rear wheel though. Don't forget about that. But quick 2 seconds, you're up on the ramp. You got all this clearance under the car, and you can get to work. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's start by draining the oil pan. Okay, so in the process of putting together the video for instructing you how to drain your oil pan, I realized I'm an idiot and probably should have told you you're also going to need an oil catch pan or drain pan. Anyways, in addition to the oil pan, wouldn't hurt to get a funnel. Make your life a lot easier. Anyways, now that you actually have the right equipment, let's get started. Okay, so with your car up on the ramps, you can see you have all this space underneath the car to work with. That's going to make your life a lot easier because you have to shimmy in under there to get to the oil drain plug. Okay, so here we are under the car, and if you follow me, we're going to shimmy till back here. And as we come back, jeez, there we go. Like a caterpillar. You can just see it. Get my big face out of the way. This guy, right here, oil drain plug. So what we're going to do is we're going to take off the oil cap upstairs here, top of the engine, and then we're going to take this guy off and let all the oil drain out of the oil pan. Now it's a good idea to let your car sit for a couple minutes so that all the oil in your engine can, you know, settle back down into the oil pan, so you're getting the majority of the old oil out of your engine. So yeah, I'm going to shimmy back that away. and we're gonna get this started. Here we go. All right, so second pro tip, make sure that when you're draining the oil, your oil pan or your oil catch pan is big enough to handle the oil capacity of your car. This is the first time this has ever happened to me, and it figures it's when I'm filming a video. I don't think I've ever had to swap in a second oil catch pan just to, you know, get the rest of the oil out of this car. But right now, I don't know if you guys can catch this. This is my reality. This is me holding a catch pan on top of a catch pan, stacks on stacks. You can see this one is damn near, you know, about to overflow. I'm gonna drop my phone in here. So yeah, fun times. Amazing things happen when you want to put them on video, right? Everything always goes according to plan. All right, now while everything's happening under the car, we can get to work on top of the engine. Told you you're gonna get dirty. Anyways, when you come upstairs, graduate to the top of the engine, basically what we're gonna be doing up here is loosening and removing the oil filter cap, or the cap on the oil filter housing, I should say, to get the old oil filter out of there so we can swap in a nice new one. All right, so we're talking about this guy. Now, BMW's nice, and they put their oil filter housing right at the front of the engine, which is great for accessibility. It makes it super easy to work on, but there are a couple of drawbacks. When these things leak, at least on the newer engines, basically a 10-cent part can quickly spiral into a very expensive repair job, but that's a story for another time. Anyways, in this video, we are going to focus on this oil filter housing and this reality. So if you happen to have a socket that is big enough to fit on this bad boy, you can just, put your socket wrench on there and torque this guy off. I am not sure that I do, despite having far too many tools. It's just, one of those odd sizes. So I'll go and I'll look, and I will put the details in the description once I figure it out, if I figure out what size it is. The alternative to that, though, is to use a handy-dandy oil filter wrench. I alluded to that earlier in the video. I've got a couple of them, and we'll just see which one suits this application best, and we'll go from there. So let's get this bad boy out of here. So despite having far too many tools and probably 4 or 5 different oil filter wrenches, I've had to resort to adjustable wrenches. It's not that the other oil filters wouldn't work, or oil filter wrenches wouldn't work. I could make them work. It's just I'm trying to do this quickly, and I don't feel like taking a bunch of stuff off under the engine. You just use these and achieve the same thing with a lot less hassle. So that's what I did. And this is basically what it looks like. So adjustable wrenches, hex bolt, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, hex bolt type head on the oil filter housing, or cap the oil filter housing, and I'm just turning it. This is like a really bad unboxing video. Anyways, so this is your oil filter. You can almost make it out. It's pretty dirty in there. So it's time to put in a new one and, get this car back on the road. Catch pan is irresponsibly close to overflowing. Now let's take a look at this oil filter. On top of the engine, you've got our new Quaker State oil filter. And coming out of the engine is this very well used, holy, oil filter. It looks like it's had a good life. This thing, just a quick comparison, right? Old, new, old, new. And it's pretty, the differences are pretty immediately obvious, right? Just look what the oil filter, what happens to the oil filter over the, 8,000 kilometers, 10,000 kilometers, 4,000 kilometers, whatever your service range may be. These filters take a beating. This one looks like it's taken a pretty decent beating over the time it's been in use. So yeah, let's not waste any time. Let's just get this in the engine,
in the car, get this buttoned up, dump some oil in it, and call it a day. Another key component of changing your oil is changing the O-ring on your oil filter housing cap. Now, most oil filters come with a new O-ring. Some of them come with new crush washers. Typically I buy Fram filters, but this Quaker State one was on sale today. The Fram ones come with the large O-ring, the 2 smaller O-rings, and the crush washer for your oil pan. Quaker State seems to have saved some money by just giving you the large O-ring. Anyways, these are the parts you want to replace to avoid just, dumb issues later on. The point is, this is an easy job. Getting this off is like 2 seconds, right? Just a quick, if you've got a small screwdriver, you can just pop that in there, get this O-ring off, and just slide this new one on. But the message I want to convey is make sure you do the little things. All right, so let's do this. Done. Okay, so quick recap. The oil filter's been changed. The O-ring on the oil filter housing cap has been changed. Both are now back and installed in the engine bay. The oil drain plug has been reinstalled. All the drips underneath the engine have been cleaned up. There is a very large pile of used oil beside me that I'm very leery of stepping in accidentally while filming a video. And now it's time to put new oil in the engine. Alright, so with everything bolted up under the engine and on top of the engine, it's time to get some new oil into the engine. Today I'm going to be using this Castrol Edge Extended Performance. It's my first time using it. Of course, I'm testing it on somebody else's car. This is my dad's car, so he'll have to forgive me if something goes horribly wrong. This seems the only difference with this oil is that it's good for 24,000 kilometers. Anyways, to get this in the engine, we're going to use our friend, the handy dandy Mr. Funnel. And it's pretty simple. We got a ton of oil, we've got a funnel, and we've got a hole on top of the engine. Open this, pour in there, it goes in here. Life is simple. Don't worry, I'll fast forward through this part in the real video. So on older vehicles and some lower trim series of new vehicles, you get what's called an oil dipstick. That's that red guy back here on this BMW. In other cases it'll be a yellow one somewhere closer to the front of the engine. That dipstick indicates the oil level inside your engine. In order to check it, you simply pull out that dipstick, wipe it clean, reinsert it, pull it out, and see how wet it gets. Alright everybody, well that's it. The oil's in the car. I've checked the levels, I've run the car a little bit, revved it, and checked the oil level again. I had to add a little bit more, but all in all, that's it. Get your car up in the air, drain the oil, replace the filter, put everything back together, and then just top it up with oil. All in all, that cost me $100. I realize that might sound expensive, but I mean, this is synthetic oil. B, it is the luxury high mileage oil, although it was on sale. But that didn't take me very long at all. And factor in the fact that I'm making a video while I'm running around, charging my battery, whatnot, and trying not to drop my phone into some really awkward places. That took me about an hour, if that. And probably less than an hour. Anyways, enough talking. This is Starter Garage. The goal is to get you informed so you can get your project rolling. Thanks for watching. Please consider hitting subscribe, hitting like, turn on your notifications, and stay tuned for some more videos. I've already filmed a couple of videos, but I decided I wanted to start with this first. And I'm excited to see where this adventure goes. So if you want to see any other videos and any topics you want me to cover, just leave them in the comments, and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching.